Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Rashidin bin Ramlee, DE200073. Okay, so today I want to present about introduction. First of all, for the basic knowledge, engineering is basically a work that involves in designing and constructing engine and machinery or structure such as roads and bridge. Engineering also the subject studied by people who want to do this work and relate to science principles, physicals and more. Engineers also know to check and make sure all machines and design can function well and read easily by employers. To fulfill the requirements of the assignment about the importance of engineering in society, we have conducted an interview with IR Mustafa Kamaluddin from Kamal Engineering Sendian Berhad. IR Mustafa Kamaluddin is a civil engineer from his own company, which is Kamal Engineering Sendian Berhad, and he is also the director in this company. So we did some simple briefing about his career, and he was working in engineering field for almost 30 years. He was that registered and established his own company at 1999 and fully operated from 2008 until now. From his experience, work as an engineer is a very extreme and challenging, but there are many fun things to do, especially if we love our own specific job. As we know, to build a company is not an easy journey for some people, but is it really incredible journey for someone who have big mission for the future? Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Haniza Binti Arman. For this project, I will present about the report organization. So this project consists of 5 members. This project requires students to interview one of professional engineer to discover the reality of engineering field. So the main purpose is to expose the student about the response in both written and verbal and engineering issues. So the interview question also covering in the various aspect, which is social, health, safety, legal, and culture. So the interview had been done with one of the director of Kamal Engineering, SDM PhD, which is Encik IR Mustafa Kamaluddin.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nadzmi bin Kamal, DE200132. I will continue with the part of interview question. So for the question 1, why did you go into engineering? So his answer is, firstly, he looked at his environment related to the development where they keep developing every day. So the intention to be an engineer comes when he saw the engineering prospect having bright future. So for the question 2, how do you organize, plan and prioritize your work? So his answer is, we need to have a plan, especially in our career. So firstly, we need to work as a team and need to have a plan, or we call it as a plan ahead, which is a month plan is very important. And then we need to organize, such as material, manpower and machinery. Next, we need to schedule and prioritize the part we must start first. And importantly, we need to organize so it will undergo smoothly.
Next, interview question 3 and question 4. Question 3. How do you balance the social and technical aspect of engineering in your work? The answer is, social and technical aspects are related to each other because it involves of people's life. So we need to think about safety for social and also for the community. As an engineer, we are not only need to design, but at the same time, we need to think the safety for the community. For example, when we design a building, we need to consider the safety aspect to ensure that buildings safe from fire, collapse, and other endangered situations that could be happen. Next question is, how has engineering changed over the past year and how do you see it changing in the future? The answer given is, we can see that engineering is growing very fast. For example, we use a machine system widely, and also we are moving towards 5G. In the future, with the existence of the machines, we will reduce number of employees and the system can be controlled from home or from the office to our workplace or worksite. Because of that, we as an engineer, we need to learn to adapt with the numerous of newest technology in the future.
Okay, moving to the another interview question, which is what rules engineers serve for social and environmental protection? So the answer is human right and humanity are important factor, especially in designing and safety. So in other words, safety of factor, which means that the safety factor needs to be taken care of seriously. So it will be guaranteed safely use. When get involved in construction, this factor will be prioritized after cost and quality. So the next question is, what is the most difficult project that you had handled and how you solved it? So the answer is, as an director company, the most challenging project faced was at Langkawi Airport, which a given contract for 10 months only. So it was a short of time to complete the project. So the most challenging is the site of construction is in the airport, which some area need to keep operate even construction is undergoing. So the step that been taken was create insolate area so human safety will be granted, and the construction works will not get disrupted, while temporary routed to enter and out also had been provided for safer surrounding to the client.
Okay, my name is M.Rifqi Aiman bin Azizan. My metric number is DE200115. I will explain about question 7 and question 8. For question 7, as a civil engineer, for sure that you are working with foreigner workers. How do you communicate with them? As we all know, in Malaysia, we usually face with Bangladeshi and Indonesian workers, but some of them can speak in Malay and can speak also in English. So, according to the our interviewer, he took alternative to make a small discussion, which is from the small discussion, he will told or make a drawing or reviewing the plan of the project. So from the small discussion, all the workers or the foreigner workers can learn and imagine how the whole project is become. Alright, for the question 8, which is while working on site, the employees were exposed to danger. How do you keep the employees safe? Alright, according to the interviewer, so every project have a safety plan before starting the project. Project safety plan is all about safety of each the project. Then from the project, they will have the approval from the client, which is it will list down all the low risk and high risk of this project. So every morning or every activity, they will have a small discussion or it called toolbox meeting. They will be told in detail about the safety plan that need to be taken for this project. So sometimes they also will provide a safety training for those who working at site. All things will end in project plan safety as a guidance for the whole project. Okay, moving to the next question, question 9 and 10. How do you keep up with the development of the engineering field? The answer is always get the bulletin from the Board of Engineers of Malaysia Institution of Engineer in every month to get the latest information to regarding to the latest developments and technologies. But at the same time, it will also be used as a reference for journals and other articles. So that's get the idea for new development. So the question 10, how to be a good leader with a team? The answer is the leader make the arrangement between working or not, always communicate and keep each worker safe, need to do work in harmony environment. The penalties will be done when making mistake such as removing from the site. Okay, thank you very much.
So for the next question, which is question 11 and 12, so how do you deal with a fussy client or high demands client, and how do you deal with stress during working? So his answer is, firstly, to approach a fussy client, we need to approach with a safety perspective and existing knowledge in engineering, and some of experience will also help to conduct with this type of clients. And so to deal with stress during working is, we have a contract document, so the work will be done accordingly. So by doing working that we need to do and following the contract, so there will be no stress or other issues. Then for the next question is question 13. In your opinion, what are the ways that can be taken by an engineer for the progress of society today? So his answer is, we need to give the speech about the importance of engineering with society in daily life from aspect safety, harmony and well-being of all. For the last question, which is question 14, in your opinion, is there any job opportunities for fresh engineering graduates in 5 years in future? So his answer is, engineering field is never ending and always be needed in future because of development will always evolve and the new technologies will be produced, so that the fresh graduate will be need and will be trained within 12 months or 1 year to gain experience. Once they had enough experience, and then they will be paid to them for a certain value.
My name is Aliah Binti Abdul Talib, and I will do a presentation about analysis and discussion based on the interview that we conduct. There are two topics that were highlighted in the interview. The first one is how engineering is changing. We know that industry nowadays are moving towards 5G technology, and industry have been used technology machineries widely in the engineering system compared with the past. The existence of the 5G technology could help in delivering data with high speed and increase the performance efficiency of delivering data. However, the existence of high technology may reduce engineer employees, but we know engineers always needed because engineers create a better technology in the future. The second highlighted topic is how to balance social and technical aspect of engineering. We know that one of the important roles as engineer is providing development that can improve the quality life for society. Engineers are responsible to ensure that every design, construction, operation, and maintenance is provided to meet existing needs of the social and community. Hence, technical aspects are very important so that hazard can be avoided to ensure that hazardous event can be prevented. Lastly, through this interview assignment, students learn and receive a new perspective of their future career in engineering. This interview also shown that during study process and being involved in industry of engineering are very different in reality. As an engineer, we should be able to adapt quickly with any situations. Besides that, students only learn theory and decision making usually are based on the lessons in the syllabus when they are in university. However, engineering in real life is more complicated. Decisions making need to be considered a lot of aspects. So, being an engineer does not simply about creating technology. Engineers need to use their ingenuity and problem solving skills to tackle difficult challenges. That's all from me. Thank you.
For conclusion, engineering is a very important element in influencing development of people, society, and others. In this assignment also, we also have done the interview with an engineer who has involved in civil engineering for almost 30 years. He shared a lot of experience and what he faced during their work. Moreover, he also provides some tips, advice, and views about specific issues. Last but not least, what I can conclude for this project is being a professional engineer is not easy as what you think. Trust and responsibilities that have been assigned must properly executed. They have recommendation that we can take on it. First, execute some program or event about the right way of using electricity without wasting on it. Second, provide exposure to society related to simple electrical equipment maintenance. Last, as an engineer, explore and do some research in making new products that
apply, 5 to technology. That's all from us. Thank you.